So I didn't really think I had a lot to talk about. I was just leaving Wexford, as I generally do. I stopped and got pizza. That's right, I ate the whole pizza, small pizza. I got Starbucks. Little 5-hour trip home from there. It's about 4:20, I guess. And I didn't think I had a lot to talk about tonight, but I actually do want to talk about the open house. We do have a couple of clients that asked about coming out tomorrow, and I told somebody 8:30. That's wrong. We're going to be on the track at 8 o'clock tomorrow. The reason being they have qualifiers tomorrow, and James has to get to the qualifiers. We only have 3 sets, and originally when James and I talked about how we were going to train these babies down with being in 2 different jurisdictions, he said, hey, could we make it Friday in Ontario, Saturday in Ohio? He said, because my boy plays hockey, Griffey plays hockey on Saturday morning. So James, and I said, yeah, sure, that means I can be at both places anyway. It doesn't matter to me. Now I wish we had went the other way. Saturday morning, says James is saying that Griffin actually has hockey later on Saturdays, so we could actually get those sets in. So we'll tinker with that, but for now it is what it is. Qualifiers are on Friday. I was hoping they'd move them to Monday, but there was no dice there. So qualifiers are on Fridays. James has to be there at 10 a.m. If we start at 8 and only have 3 sets, there's no reason if we run them off properly. We shouldn't be able to get done by 9:15 at the latest, which gives James 45 minutes to get 15 minutes down the road or less. So we're going to start tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I know I told Mr. McGuire 8:30. I'll have to email a couple of people back, but it'll be an 8 a.m. on the track start. 7:55, hopefully out the door. That's the hope. So we'll have 3 sets here. Then we'll have the drone day coming over here. Danny's going to come with us tomorrow. You can see he got some catch drives at Northfield in the morning. He's coming. I talked Chris Lims into coming also Saturday morning. So it should be a lot of fun. I think we have 7 sets, if I'm not mistaken. 6 or 7 sets to go out the door at Northfield Park. That should be a lot of fun also. And then right after that, I'm going right home because we do have people that are coming out for our Christmas party. We're going to have a little Christmas party for you, for our clients at Mohawk. It'll be nice to see you all, shake some hands, talk about how the year went, and then I'm going to drive Sintra in the open. Expect for second. James went with so much more, obviously. That's the mare he drove in the Breeders' Crown. I get it. He went with her. We had no free lunch. It was hard to avoid. No free lunch racing against Sintra this week. Sintra raced so good, it was tough to take him. I know Harry's trying his best to keep them both in Ontario. It's unlikely they're going to both stay there full time. There's going to have to be some movement. I'm not racing those 2 horses. I know, Harry would love to have 2 horses in the open. Who wouldn't? But it's a little overlap, a little redundant for the stable who owns the horses. Now, in regards to Harry, what about our boy Harry Poulton? Up for Horsemanship of the Year. Now, they said you have to vote online. How could anybody possibly beat us at voting online? I have no idea. Harry Poulton, I think that's just to get in the running, and then the writers or whatnot vote on it. But I think Harry Poulton's got a good shot to win. No slouch against the guys that he's up against, man. Sean has had a tremendous year. Ian Moore's had another great year with the good 2-year-old colt, especially the 2-year-old colt. So Ian's had a great year, and so has Sean. Sean's a young trainer, a good kid, making his way up through the ranks. I believe he won or was in a Breeders' Crown, if I'm not mistaken. I apologize. I should know this, but I'm not focusing on the stable. So I've seen what Harry Poulton has done and what his stables look like. To train at 360 in one of the best and toughest places to race in North America, and now equal the track record for trotters and win so many races, and win the stake race final for 2-year-old and 3-year-old trotters. Not grassroots, but still, for a guy to do that, I certainly don't want to say at his age because he's not that old, but for a guy to do that at this point in his career is amazing. From when I was a kid watching him race Matt Scooter and On the Road Again, to having a public stable, to getting out of racing, to coming back, and now having a very, very strong stable for us in Ontario. Now, kudos to Harry, and a ton of respect for Harry Poulton, not just as an Islander, because we're both from Prince Edward Island, but as a partner with him at thestable.ca, and somebody that I enjoy working with quite a bit. For those, I'm sure there's not a lot of older trainers that watch these videos. Why would you? But if there are, I can tell you the one thing. If Harry Poulton can run a stable for thestable.ca, if Harry Poulton can interact with clients and discuss things with me on a regular basis when it comes to the barn and what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve, really play a pivotal role in the progression of thestable.ca itself, anybody can. And that's not to say anything about Harry, but it's a feather in his cap that he can change. Here's a very reclusive trainer that is, very shy, keeps to himself, very reserved gentleman. For him to be able to play the role he plays just goes to show that really anybody can. And, the fact that Harry has accomplished what he did in 2022 and looks like he will beyond, says a lot about, one, our industry, that somebody can do that, and two, a lot about him and the position he's in. So I want everybody to take a very hard, long look at exactly what Harry Poulton's accomplished. It has been an amazing feat and something that is very impressive. Very, very impressive. So many of you have got your ballots out there for a vote for Harry. Obviously, I don't know how anybody could beat us in online voting anyway. So Kelly is sending it out. Make sure you get your ballots in. I can't imagine they let you vote more than once, but vote as often and as many times as you can. If they do, if it's just one, make sure you get your vote in, because we want to make sure we see Harry Poulton on the stage when they're done announcing the winner for Horsemanship of the Year in 2022. Just a tremendous feat, and so proud of him. And obviously, I don't think there'll be not much voting needed to see who the O'Brien Driver of the Year is. I'm going to go out on a limb and say James is a slam dunk again. He was last year, and he most definitely is this year. Just a crazy, crazy run he's been on, and just so proud of him. So, it's no wonder we did good. We had one of our trainers nominated for an O'Brien Award, and our driver nominated for an O'Brien Award, and it's very reflective of the year we've had also. So thank you to both of them, and thank you to everybody for being such a major part and role. And I guess we're not a major role in James winning. We are a major role in Harry winning, and just as I said, just so proud that they both get nominated. Anyway, in regards to our horses, yes, we don't have a lot to talk about. I told you yesterday, Grace, that was on me. It was 100% my fault. I should have known better than to let her ride her nose up onto the gate. I should have kept her back off it, or fought with her a little bit more and rolled the dice that way than knowing what could happen if she touched her nose to the gate, and really cost us a win, because she was definitely going to win. So very, very happy that she looks like she's going to do well in that class, and Tim seems to have her under control. So can't wait to see how she races next week with a better steer. Of course, why wouldn't somebody call me? Very proud of, very happy with the way Grace raced. And then last night, a Handsome Face. He's on gate right now. He's got to go. We're going to start now our trajectory into the winter. We are going to start our descent into the airport of the winter, so to speak. And there are going to be some horses that are moving along the way. Arch's Rainbow today, she will be going out on gate also. Yes, she gets shuffled a bit, but she didn't have that fighter's spirit that I just thought I was waiting for. I just thought when she grew up and matured that it would appear, and it appears I was wrong. So she'll make somebody a useful horse. It's just she's not going to be staying at the stable. Rito Legacy is qualifying tomorrow. I can almost assure you she won't be staying at the stable much longer. We have two other horses not that far down the shed row for them. Anchors Up, Sipping on My Shine. Extremely short leashes for these two colts, geldings. I gave them all the opportunity they needed to show me something, and all they showed me is that they're not close to racing yet, and I don't know what they'll be when they get to the races. So I can tell you right now, there's 4 or 5 horses right off the top of my head that are going to be leaving. Yes is going to be heading to Dover Downs. I just got off the phone with Jim King, who's racing Atlas Hanover tonight. He is going to take Yes. Reason being, the Yes moved from Amacaren, Ohio. He was okay But if he's not 100%, there's going to be an issue with his breathing sometimes. So they still use Amicar in Delaware. You're allowed to in Dover. So pretty easy rationale behind sending yes to Dover, Delaware. I told Jimmy if he has to, if there's a 30 claimer, just to put him in there, and that's where he belongs. That's what he's worth right now. I want to believe that yes, he'll come back and be an open trotter, but he's 6 now. You know, I've seen some regression, but that's not the end of the world. It's expected. Jeepers, the horse has made $400,000, I think, and you know, still has the track record at Northfield. I'm not upset at all. It happens, but we need to find a place for him to race, so he's not getting beat up either. So he's going to Dover. We have Atlas Hanover at Dover. A number of horses still moving around and jostling. Red Overbach will race tomorrow, Friday, at the Meadows, and then he'll head back home also. But as I said, I'm going to be taking a very, very close look at what we have in the barn, what we may need coming into the barn also, but what we don't need in the barn. So I made a quiet, short list of about 12 to 14 horses that really I'm going to be watching very, very closely over the next month and a half, and they're going to have to again show me something, because we can't keep them all. And if we want to, you know, it's frustrating to me to go out and give Arches Rainbow a decent race. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a horrible drive. It wasn't a great drive. I just put her in a place to do okay and, you know, sift through and get a check, and she just kind of hung out. You're like, come on, what is that? And then you go tomorrow to drive a horse like Sintra in the Open, or Saturday, sorry. So, I mean, we want to continue to have horses that want to move forward in the barn, and there's going to be no excuses for the ones that don't. Arches Rainbow, okay. You're not really sure if you want to be a racehorse? Go figure it out somewhere else. And I think that is the mentality we have to move forward. And I'm going to catch slack. I'm going to get some flack for this. That is the position we are going to take. We're not keeping horses around to gather dust. You guys saw what happened. Now we had to race My Jazz and Compass Rose DC. They didn't get full. I could have left them. I said, oh no, they've had a big rest. Let's bring them back and race them for a little bit. That's what happens when you keep racehorses and try and race them too long. When they surpass that ceiling, you start finding very difficult places to find these horses to race. We're not doing that. Not at the stable. So, that being said, you are going to see Arches Rainbow show up on gate. A Handsome Face is on there right now. There's going to be a number of horses moved and sold. So we start bringing our horses back in. We want to make sure that we have a tight-knit group. Horses moving forward that want to move forward. So that's the plan for the stable. It hasn't changed over the last 2 years. It won't change now. And as I said, I believe this is the best way forward for us as a group. So with that, again, don't forget to RSVP if you still want to come. I think it's still open. If I'm not mistaken, it's still open. If you want to come to the Ohio Open House, or you want to come to the Christmas party at Mohawk, happy to have you. Love to sit down. I'd love to say I'd have a drink with you, but I got to drive Sintra. Sit down. I can have a non-alcoholic drink with you and talk about the year we had together. Talk about what's coming up in 2023. It should be a lot of fun. So with that, don't forget to vote for Harry. Take care, everybody.